And we have liftoff. Today's episode's going to be a little bit different today. We are launching the Intrepidist Rover all the way down to Niven, which, from the orbital map, is currently sitting right there. Let's see. Yes, right here. Our ship here is part of the Adachi launch vehicle. As you can see, we're launching from a different space center entirely, located along the equator, so I don't have to do any extra burns. We can save some fuel. The main goal of the mission was to get this tiny rover just sitting inside this little capsule on the Niven surface. It'll be my first rover to the planet. I've had landers before, but they didn't have wheels. So this will be a first. And as we come up on 10,000 meters, I'm going to get ready to turn the ship at a 45-degree angle. Very smooth launch so far. And as I go up at this angle, I will try to get to 70,000 and slowly turn the ship more, so I can save as much fuel as possible. As you can see, we're going to begin running out of fuel on the first stage. We will cut to the second stage. Second stage features two twin nozzles. These two thrusters should be able to get us into orbit. And from orbit, we will begin a maneuver to put us on trajectory with Niven, from which we will fly all the way from Gale to Niven, and then try and land. As you can see, I'm really bringing the craft down now. We're about to hit 70,000. Sorry if I'm a bit quieter today. More people in the room than me, sadly. I'm slowly hitting 70. Alright. So you can see here we have our little probe. I'm going to extend the panels on this. Have it connect to one of the Dragon satellites. Their relayers will help us keep control with the duration of the mission. And so if I look now, we should have a connection with the Niven. Yes. Okay. So yeah, scale is covered in satellites. It's really busy. It's really dark out here. Can't see much. As we hit 70,000 meters, we've reached space, and now we are going to continue burning to reach orbit. The delta V down here, our speed will reach around 22-25 meters per second. and that will be about the time we reach orbit. So you can see this is how much we're accelerating upwards, so if I bring the craft down, this gauge will go down with it as well. And I want to try and keep it above 0 or at 0, preferably at 0. That's the best point you can have it at. As you can see, we've reached orbit. So we still have, how much fuel is on here? 10 meters per second worth of fuel. I don't mind getting a boost for the insertion. So from this point, let me get rid of the satellites so that we don't have anything in the way. We'd begin setting up a maneuver to put us en route with Niven. It will take a lot of fuel. It appears I'm not going in the right direction, so this is for outward then. Okay. This should pull the spacecraft in. Yes. Put it along Niven's orbit. Can see we have two little lines on the orbit there. That will be where the point meets. So the goal is to we had this is where things get interesting, because now our orbit says it's gonna fly near Niven. So we can get a little peek as to what this planet looks like. Niven is a lot like Mars, except it's closer to the sun this time around. And it's a bit more orange, a bit more dusty. You could say it's like Nevada. Yes, it has no moons either. And apparently there's a Kerbal on Niven. I don't really remember why he's there, but I mean, he's there, so good for him, I guess. I could save him, but it would be one of the most complex missions I've ever done. So we'll leave that for when I've had more experience. Yes. It's a beautiful little ball. Now then, from here, we put our craft in position for the maneuver, which is right here, a little off, but I'll fix it when we get there. So now, as the sun rises, we get ready to go for our burn. Start the burn now. The burn will take 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'm going to try and speed up time so we don't have to sit here that long. It'll take about a minute with how fast we're going now. It's beautiful. Another interplanetary adventure. Not too long ago I didn't know how to do this sort of thing. Now I'm getting used to it. These missions are fun. We're almost halfway through the burn now. And it's very likely that we're going to be off by a little bit. So I will have to fix the burn just in case. Do an extra maneuver to get it on track. Experiencing intense lag, because of course it is. Usually the burns aren't the part where I'm excited for how good something looks unless it's a landing or a launch. But in long burns like this, it's just patience. Waiting for that darn engine to not need to be on. Here's our orbits closing in on Niven. So as you can see, we're gonna have to do, we'll have to do a burn. That is barely any fuel from what we have here, so it won't cost much. It's just more of a nuisance than anything. Besides, it'll put us in a orbit that's a bit more polar. It appears the Kerbal that is stuck on Niven is a Russian. Wonder how that happened. Poor Kerbal. So I believe if I switch to the... something's not right here. Is it this one? Will this transfer my signal? So the Intrepidist Rover is getting its signal straight from from one of the ones here. A High Dragon Auto. We should be connected to it. If we aren't, we are going to have problems. But for now, let's enjoy a successful launch by seeing it fly very far away. The panels align so I don't run out of energy on the way there. Just watch it go. So I still have connection, which is telling me my Dragon Alpha is doing a good job. And it is. Okay. The next burn will be in 45 days. Which Kerbals won't last long at all. We'll just increase time, or speed up time. And now that node that was in 45 days was 4 hours ago. But it won't be off. Not by much anyways. Beautiful white star. Being between planets, it's pretty empty out here. Not a lot to visit. But that of course is a lie. If you get entwined with a planet, then Lord have mercy, you just did it. So, if I look at my... Niven, if I look here... Ooh, it's... even the maneuver's off. Just have it close in. How close is that? Oh. Hold on. There's a trick you can do with your RCS fuel, where you can use it as an engine. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Okay. So from here, we're mainly just gonna be flying towards Niven. You can see those 3 dots over there. That's Gale and its moons. And Niven should be... Where is it? Because Gale will be in front of us, Niven will be... I think that's... Is that Niven? No? That one might be Niven. Certainly moving fast enough to be it. We seem to be moving in its direction. Yes, that is Niven. Okay. Oh well. So we're gonna close in now. Our periapsis. That does not look like a good periapsis. No, it is not. Okay, wrong side. I don't want to land in the dark. That would be a little spooky. So we're gonna close in on Niven. And for perspective, this is how busy Niven is. It definitely has some exploration. So in terms of connection with the planet, or in terms of connection with the KSC, we should be just fine. As long as one of these satellites transfers the signal. One of the high dragons. But yes, it's a beautiful little ball, and we're gonna try and put a rover on it. This is gonna be a pretty spooky burn. Compared to the space shuttle mission, this is much more fine-tuned. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be Niven now, but that is troubling. We are in the atmosphere. Which isn't good. As you can see, the fairing here is heating up a lot. We shouldn't even be here. Anyways, our orbit is about to come along. From the looks of it, we'll be able to loop around we will be able to loop around the planet and then land. So now, if we go along around the side, we're going to hit the atmosphere again, and then we can begin the landing. The landing will relatively be easy. All we have to do is just make sure the heat shield covers everything. So, pick this strange little region over here. I should have biome data for this planet. That says Lily. That's the wrong celestial body. Although I do have some information on the object. Let's go to Niven. So we would be landing in the Midlands, which we've already landed in before. I'd rather us land in the upper plains if possible. Wait, no, we're landing here. Still Midlands. No, that still doesn't look right though. Let's see what this is. A little worried there, I couldn't start the engine. Let's get to the Opiapsis, which is the highest point in the orbit right there. And now, we'll try and get it into this flat plain looking region, which apparently I don't have any data on. So it'd be a completely new region, which is what we're looking for. Now if I'm unlucky, I won't land there. If I'm lucky, I should land there. Simple as that. Let's begin the fun part. As you can see, I've gotten rid of all of my fuel, so I won't be able to control the ship's orbit. We're just going to have to live with what we get. We're dropping down. Atmosphere is hitting on it, but relatively we were fine due to our lack of speed. So now we can send up the first set of parachutes, and then second. Beautiful. So now we're going to begin heading towards the ground. The hard part's over. We just gotta hope nothing happens to the payload. And right next to us, what is that? Sears. So yeah, we might be able to drive the rover over there, because the rover is landing in the drag. There's the lowlands here, and then Sears there. So I picked a really good landing site in terms of biomes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 biomes just right here. This is a very good region. But I will have to do some travel, clearly. Barracos are over here. Lowlands here. And the Sears right there. Anyways, before we get to moving the rover around, let's see if it actually survives. These parachutes should be more than enough. Oof. I say more than enough, but it's gone down relatively quick. Oop. Okay, next time maybe bring boosters. But, on the bright side, it survived. The wheels on the rover are fine. The only thing that got destroyed was the heat shield, which actually provides perfect arm for this. I'm gonna disable steering on all of these. Well, actually no, I think there's a quicker way of doing this. There. We're gonna have to be careful. This thing can be funky. Oh. Good. I'll have it connect to High Dragon Niven, the lander. So High Dragon Niven, that little satellite in orbit, should keep this under control. Now, the only thing I'm worried about now is this thing. This dreaded decoupler that sits right here. Ooh. This is beautiful. Oh, come on. We don't want to move right now. So, pretty sure this camera's supposed to be up, but I guess it won't be. So it's going to be staring at the sky the entire mission. How great. That's supposed to be up. So yeah, because we've never been to this region, we have a lot of data at our hands. Mystery goo. Hydrogen scan, Geiger counter. Oh, the lasers are also upside down. That's awkward. So it just got a laser surface by shooting at the sky. The sky, Fugel. Alright. And with all that data, and nowhere to store it, I'm gonna have to go buy these one by one. This will give us a ton of data to work with back at Kerbin. Or, no, not Kerbin, Gale. And we will be able to continue the space program indefinitely. Oop. Accidentally got rid of the hydrogen data. Time to get more. Oh, there's one more. There we go. And now we can move along to the next biome, which would be south of us, the lowlands. This is remarkable. So, before we go anywhere though, This has no connection. Wonder why. I guess it's because it doesn't have direct view with the Space Center. Well, we don't need this piece anymore, but that kind of stinks. I guess there's just no probe control piece on it. So yeah. Most it provides is shelter for this rover. But the rover doesn't need it, so it'll be on its way. Need to be sure to change out on the Nivens. Yes, this is a really nice rover. So Intrepidist, our first rover, our first set of them anyways. I'm gonna have another version of this to land on another planet as well. It's just landed on Niven. And I guess we could visit that place again for shelter. But for now, it's off on an adventure. An adventure that'll hopefully bring it to another biome. Yeah, I think that's it for today. We've had a successful launch, we've got data, we have places to go. We're going to be signing off now because this has been a long episode, but a rather successful mission. I didn't have to quick save once. I hope I'll see y'all again.